The soft, persistent whisper of rain begins to articulate its presence against the expansive pane of glass, a rhythmic declaration of the world outside, gently tapping, almost caressing, the pristine estate window. It's a sound that doesn't demand attention but rather invites it, a subtle murmur in the grand symphony of a comfortable existence. Each droplet, a tiny, fleeting entity, traces an ephemeral path down the smooth, unblemished surface, joining countless others in a slow, deliberate race towards the polished sill below. The light, already softened by the gathering dusk, takes on a muted, diffused quality, scattering through the watery curtain as if filtered through 1,000 tiny, shimmering lenses. This is not a harsh, violent downpour, but a gentle, steady cadence, a tranquil weeping from the heavens that seems to harmonize perfectly with the quiet luxury within these walls. One can almost feel the air growing cooler, crisper, as the world outside submits to the cleansing embrace of the falling water, while here inside, the warmth remains constant, an unwavering cocoon of calm. The window itself is a marvel, a vast expanse of clarity, expertly framed, allowing an unhindered panorama of the manicured gardens beyond, now blurring into impressionistic greens and browns under the wash of the rain. It acts as a transparent barrier, separating the intimate stillness of the interior from the ever-shifting tapestry of the natural world, yet simultaneously connecting them through the shared experience of the rainfall. You can see the faint, almost imperceptible trails left by individual drops, like delicate silver threads woven into the fabric of the night, each one telling its own miniature story of descent. And then, as if by some invisible hand, these tiny streams merge, coalesce, forming larger rivulets that gather momentum, tracing elegant, serpentine paths down the glass, reflecting the soft glow of the room's interior lights in their fleeting journey. It's a hypnotic dance, a liquid ballet that plays out silently, continuously, offering a visual meditation to anyone who chooses to observe. There's a certain intimacy to this sound, a comforting closeness that rain often brings, especially when experienced from a place of shelter and warmth. It speaks of protection, of being safely tucked away from the elements, while the world outside performs its ancient, vital rituals. The gentle drumming against the glass becomes a lullaby, a soft, insistent rhythm that lulls the mind, unwinds the taut threads of daily worries, and encourages a slow, deliberate descent into a state of profound relaxation. Perhaps it's the sheer monotony of it, the predictable, unchanging tempo, that allows the mind to release its grip on conscious thought and drift towards more serene landscapes. Or perhaps it's the ancestral memory of warmth and safety, evoked by the sound of rain against the shelter, that soothes something deep within the human spirit. Whatever the reason, this particular rain, against this particular window, feels like a balm for the soul. As the minutes stretch into a quiet eternity, the rain doesn't cease, but rather settles into an even more consistent rhythm, a steady hum that fills the air without ever feeling overwhelming. The soft pitter-patter becomes a continuous shush, a gentle reminder that all is well, all is still, and there is nothing to disturb the profound tranquility. The gardens beyond the window, once distinct in their cultivated beauty, now appear as a soft focus painting, their sharp edges softened, their colors muted by the veil of water. The distant trees, usually standing tall and proud, now seem to bow slightly, their leaves glistening with moisture, catching the residual light from the estate and amplifying it into a diffused shimmer. It's a scene of understated beauty, one that doesn't scream for attention but subtly invites contemplation, allowing the observer to simply be in the moment, enveloped by the quiet drama unfolding just beyond the glass. The warmth within the room is a stark, comforting contrast to the cool, damp embrace of the night outside. A faint, almost imperceptible warmth emanates from the finely crafted furnishings, from the soft glow of a strategically placed lamp, and from the very air itself, conditioned to perfection. This interior sanctuary feels utterly insulated, a world apart, yet intimately connected to the elemental dance occurring just centimeters away. One might imagine settling into a plush armchair, perhaps with a warm, comforting beverage, and simply allowing the rhythmic sounds and sights to wash over them, dissolving any lingering tension. The window, acting as both screen and stage, presents an unending, unscripted performance, a natural spectacle that requires no interpretation, only observation. Its simplicity is its strength, its repetitiveness its most powerful charm for a weary mind. There's a profound sense of peace that accompanies this particular rain. It lacks the urgency of a storm, the dramatic flashes of lightning, or the booming rumbles of thunder. Instead, it offers a gentle persistence, a steady presence that is both reassuring and utterly undemanding. The world outside, usually bustling with its own rhythms and demands, feels momentarily hushed, as if bowing in reverence to the cleansing power of the water. And within these walls, that hush is amplified, creating an environment where thoughts can slow, breathing can deepen, and the mind can gradually release its grip on the day's complexities. The rain against the Pristine Estate window becomes a gateway to stillness, an auditory and visual anchor that grounds the present moment in a quiet, comforting reality. Each drop, as it descends, leaves behind a faint, shimmering trace, creating a dynamic, ever-changing pattern on the glass. These liquid pathways intertwine and separate, forming transient masterpieces of light and water, only to be erased by the next wave of falling rain, making way for new patterns to emerge. It's a continuous cycle of creation and dissolution, a miniature representation of life itself, playing out on the clear canvas of the window. And in observing this subtle artistry, one's own inner landscape begins to mirror its fluidity, worries dissolving like the ephemeral water trails, replaced by a quiet sense of renewal. The polished frame of the window holds this fleeting spectacle within its bounds, a portal to a world both outside and within, depending on where one chooses to direct their gaze. The ambient light from the room casts a soft, inviting glow upon the interior side of the glass, creating subtle reflections of the elegant space within. You might catch a fleeting glimpse of a distant armchair, a polished wooden surface, or the soft texture of an expensive curtain, all superimposed onto the rainy tableau outside. These superimposed images add another layer of visual interest, a gentle interplay between the domestic and the wild, the sheltered and the exposed. It's a delicate balance, where the comfort of the interior is subtly affirmed by the gentle wildness just beyond, enhancing the feeling of security and warmth. This subtle reflection acts as a visual echo, reinforcing the sense of being perfectly situated, observing the world from a vantage point of undisturbed serenity. And as the night deepens, the rain continues its tireless work, a steadfast companion in the quiet hours. The sound, initially a distinct presence, gradually fades into the background of one's consciousness, becoming less of an active auditory event and more of an enveloping atmosphere. It transforms into a kind of white noise, a steady, unbroken hum that helps to mask any other stray sounds, creating a perfect auditory blanket for sleep or deep relaxation. The rhythm is so consistent, so unwavering, that it acts as a gentle anchor, keeping the mind from straying into turbulent waters, instead guiding it towards a tranquil harbor. One might find themselves breathing in sync with the soft, persistent taps, their own internal rhythms harmonizing with the external cadence of the rain. The pristine nature of the window itself contributes significantly to the overall aesthetic. There are no smudges, no streaks, no imperfections to disrupt the fluid descent of the raindrops. This immaculate clarity allows the rain to perform its dance without impediment, creating pure, unbroken visual pathways. It speaks to a meticulous attention to detail, a commitment to maintaining an environment of unblemished beauty and comfort. This sense of pristine order extends beyond the window, permeating the entire estate, creating an atmosphere of effortless elegance where every element contributes to a feeling of profound well-being. And against this backdrop of refined comfort, the raw, natural beauty of the rain is allowed to shine, unmarred and uninterrupted. One can almost feel the gentle coolness emanating from the glass, a subtle reminder of the contrasting temperatures, while the warmth inside remains unwavering. It's a beautiful duality, a constant interplay between the outer and inner worlds. The cold, wet world outside performs its vital cleansing, nurturing the earth, while the warm, dry interior offers sanctuary and rest. The glass acts as the perfect mediator, allowing visual access to the elemental drama without exposing the occupant to its chill. This sense of protected observation is key to the profound relaxation this scene offers. It's the ability to witness nature's power from a place of ultimate comfort and safety, knowing that one is completely insulated from its more challenging aspects. The gentle, continuous pressure of the raindrops against the glass might, to a sensitive ear, create a very subtle vibration, a faint resonance that can be felt as much as heard. It's a delicate tremor, a testament to the persistent force of even the gentlest rain, yet it's far from jarring. Instead, it adds another layer to the sensory experience, a tactile element that reinforces the presence of the rain without ever becoming intrusive. This faint vibration becomes part of the overall soothing effect, a subtle hum that permeates the space, enhancing the feeling of being enveloped by a natural, calming force. It's a testament to the fine craftsmanship of the estate that such delicate natural phenomena can be appreciated in such nuanced ways. Imagine the view if one were looking out from within, perhaps from a softly lit reading nook or a grand yet understated living space. The rain would frame the distant trees, the faint outlines of garden sculptures, and perhaps even a meandering path, all softened and blurred by the falling water. The world outside becomes a living, breathing painting, constantly shifting, yet eternally the same in its core essence of rain. There is no urgency in this view, no demanding focal point, only a continuous flowing narrative of water meeting glass, and beyond it, water meeting earth. This lack of a single, pressing visual element allows the eyes to simply rest, to unfocus, and to absorb the overall impression without effort, making it ideal for minds seeking respite from visual stimulation. The sound itself, if you truly listen, is not a monolith. Within its general constancy, there are subtle variations. The fainter, lighter drops, the slightly heavier ones, the occasional sound of water collecting and then releasing from a hidden ledge somewhere above, perhaps from a gutter or a decorative architectural element. These minute variations prevent the sound from becoming truly monotonous in a negative sense, instead imbuing it with a subtle texture, a richness that keeps the auditory experience engaging without ever demanding active attention. It's these delicate nuances that make the sound so endlessly listenable, so profoundly capable of guiding the mind into a state of deep, undisturbed peace. Each tiny shift adds a fleeting note to the continuous melody of the rainfall. And as the hours slowly pass, marked only by the shifting light outside and the unchanging rhythm of the rain, a deep sense of stillness begins to pervade the space. It's a stillness that isn't empty or hollow, but rather full and rich, brimming with the quiet presence of the natural world. The rain on the Pristine Estate window becomes a focal point for this stillness, a consistent reminder that even amidst the ceaseless activity of the world, there are pockets of profound peace to be found, especially when one is safely sheltered and undisturbed. This enduring calm offers a powerful counterpoint to the hurried pace of modern life, inviting a retreat into oneself, into the comforting embrace of the present moment. The gentle patter against the glass can feel almost like a soft, reassuring whisper, a secret shared between the night and the sheltered observer. It speaks of timelessness, of cycles endlessly repeating, of a quiet natural order that proceeds irrespective of human concerns. And within this deep, encompassing rhythm, the anxieties of the day begin to dissipate, much like the individual raindrops merging into the larger flow. The mind, finding solace in this predictability, can finally release its vigilance, allowing the body to relax, the muscles to soften, and the breath to deepen. It's a natural invitation to rest, an elemental lullaby sung by the heavens themselves, perfectly amplified and delivered by the clear, pristine window. One might even imagine the faint scent of wet earth and distant foliage carried on the cool, damp air just beyond the glass, a subtle olfactory counterpoint to the visual and auditory experience. While not directly present within the room, the awareness of it adds to the immersive quality of the scene, allowing the mind to construct a fuller, richer sensory tapestry. It's these imagined details, woven into the actual sensations, that create a truly enveloping experience, drawing the listener deeper into the peaceful scene. The window, though a barrier, becomes a conduit for such subtle suggestions, enhancing the overall feeling of being perfectly situated, observing the world's quiet drama. The way the individual drops coalesce and then separate, creating intricate, fleeting patterns on the glass, is a visual metaphor for the ebb and flow of thoughts themselves. They arise, merge, dissipate, and are replaced by new ones, a continuous, gentle stream that eventually clears the mental landscape. The repetitive nature of this visual dance, combined with the steady auditory rhythm, provides a powerful tool for mindfulness, allowing the observer to simply watch thoughts pass by without clinging to them, much like watching the water flow down the window pane. It's a lesson in impermanence, delivered in the most soothing and gentle way imaginable, a gentle guide towards inner quietude. And as the night deepens further, the external world beyond the window becomes less distinct, blending into soft, indistinguishable shapes and shadows. The focus then shifts even more acutely to the immediate, mesmerizing dance of the raindrops on the glass. The light from within the estate might become the dominant illumination, casting a warm, inviting glow that makes the exterior seem even more distant and dreamlike. This visual transition helps to further internalize the experience, drawing the observer inward, away from the complexities of the outside world and into the secure, comforting embrace of their own quiet space. The window, initially a portal to the outside, now becomes a mirror reflecting the inward journey towards peace. The subtle changes in the intensity of the rain, while never dramatic, offer just enough variation to keep the experience from becoming overly sterile. A momentary increase in the patter, a slight decrease, a brief rush as a larger accumulation of water flows down. These minor shifts are like gentle breaths within the continuous narrative of the rainfall. They provide a dynamic texture to the soundscape, preventing the ear from completely habituating and instead inviting a gentle, passive engagement. It's these nuanced layers of sound that contribute to the enduring appeal of such an ambient experience, keeping it fresh and engaging without ever demanding active intellectual processing. The very concept of a pristine estate window implies a certain level of care and attention, a state of immaculate upkeep that removes any visual distractions. There are no smudges, no dust, no imperfections to break the illusion of perfect clarity, allowing the raindrops to truly shine in their delicate dance. This meticulousness contributes to the overall sense of ease and luxury, creating an environment where even the simplest natural phenomenon, like rain, can be appreciated in its purest form. It's a testament to a life where comfort is paramount, and every detail, even the cleanliness of a window, contributes to a state of undisturbed tranquility. One can almost feel the softness of the air within the room, conditioned to a perfect temperature, neither too warm nor too cool, providing an ideal contrast to the damp coolness outside the glass. This regulated environment is a deliberate choice, designed to maximize comfort and minimize any potential external disruptions. The gentle hum of the unseen climate control system, if audible at all, would blend seamlessly with the rain, creating a unified tapestry of soothing background sounds. This meticulous control over the internal environment further enhances the feeling of being in a completely protected, self-contained haven, where the only intrusion from the outside world is the welcome, calming presence of the rain. The steady rhythm of the rain, in its unrelenting consistency, serves as a powerful antidote to the fractured, often chaotic rhythms of modern life. It's a sound that doesn't rush, doesn't demand, doesn't interrupt, but simply is. This unwavering presence provides a profound sense of stability, a grounding force that allows the mind to release its constant vigilance and simply exist in the moment. It's a return to a more elemental, fundamental rhythm, a pace that aligns with the natural world rather than the artificial accelerations of human endeavor. And in this return, a deep, restorative peace can be found, allowing the weary mind to truly unwind. The individual drops, as they gather into rivulets, often create miniature optical effects, refracting the ambient light in subtle ways, creating tiny, fleeting rainbows or shimmering highlights that dance across the glass. These momentary flashes of light are ephemeral wonders, appearing and disappearing within seconds, adding a layer of visual magic to the continuous flow. They are not grand or dramatic, but rather subtle and understated, requiring a gentle eye to appreciate their fleeting beauty. These delicate light shows serve as tiny, sparkling punctuation marks in the otherwise continuous visual narrative of the rain, providing just enough visual interest to keep the scene engaging without ever being stimulating. And as the night progresses, perhaps one might find themselves drifting deeper into a state of semi-awareness, a gentle twilight state between waking and sleeping, where the rain becomes less of a distinct sound and more of an all-encompassing feeling. It's a soft embrace, a gentle hum that permeates the very fabric of one's consciousness, guiding the mind towards a place of profound rest. The visual of the rain on the window, too, might become less defined, merging into a soft, shimmering blur, a background texture that accompanies the journey into deeper relaxation. This gradual dissolution of distinct sensory input is precisely what makes such an ambient experience so effective for promoting sleep and profound calm. The window itself, a silent guardian, protects the pristine interior from the elements, ensuring that no dampness, no chill, no unwanted draft permeates the comfortable space. It stands as a testament to the engineering and design that goes into creating such a haven of comfort, a delicate balance between openness and protection. The robust yet elegant frame, the perfectly sealed panes, all contribute to the unwavering sense of security that allows the gentle sound of the rain to be enjoyed purely for its aesthetic and calming qualities, without any concern for its practical implications. It's a beautiful juxtaposition, the raw power of nature held at bay by the refined strength of human craftsmanship. There's an understated grandeur to this scene, not in an ostentatious way, but in the sheer spaciousness and tranquility it affords. The very idea of an estate window suggests generous proportions, an expansive view, and a sense of unhurried luxury. This scale amplifies the effect of the rain, turning a simple natural phenomenon into a grand, immersive spectacle. The wide expanse of glass allows for a broad canvas upon which the raindrops can paint their continuous, ever-changing masterpiece, offering a generous and unobstructed visual field for the relaxed observer. This spaciousness itself contributes to a feeling of mental freedom and ease, allowing the mind to wander gently without feeling confined. The quiet persistence of the rain, hour after hour, becomes a metaphor for endurance, for the gentle but unwavering forces of nature. It simply is, without question or complaint, performing its ancient task with an understated dignity. And in observing this persistence, a subtle sense of calm can take root within, a reminder of the steady, unchanging aspects of the world that exist beyond the transient demands of daily life. It's a grounding presence, a reassuring constancy that helps to reset the internal clock, bringing it back into alignment with the more fundamental rhythms of the earth. The window acts as the perfect frame for this enduring natural ballet. And as the light from the room casts its soft glow upon the glass, highlighting the descent of each droplet, one might notice the slight texture of the glass itself, even in its pristine state. The subtle, almost imperceptible undulations or variations in the surface, which might not be visible under normal circumstances, become subtly apparent under the specific lighting conditions and the flowing water. These minute details add another layer of sensory richness to the experience, an intimacy with the very material of the window, grounding the observation in a tactile reality that enhances the overall feeling of being present in the moment. It's a quiet revelation of the unseen, brought forth by the interaction of light and water. The profound sense of calm that emanates from this scene is not merely passive. It is an active restorative calm that gently guides the mind away from agitation and towards a state of profound peace. The continuous, unbroken flow of the narration of the rain, much like the rain itself, aims to create an uninterrupted pathway to this stillness. There are no abrupt shifts, no sudden changes in tone or pace, only a steady, gentle unfolding that mirrors the natural, persistent descent of the raindrops. This consistency is key to helping the listener or reader to fully immerse themselves in the experience, allowing the mind to surrender to the soothing rhythm without resistance. The sound of the rain is often described as a form of white noise, but it's much richer, much more organic than a purely artificial generator. It carries the nuanced textures of nature, the subtle variations in droplet size and impact, the echoes from surrounding surfaces, all contributing to a complex yet ultimately harmonious soundscape. This natural complexity prevents the sound from becoming boring or irritating, instead imbuing it with a life and vitality that is endlessly soothing. It's the difference between a manufactured hum and the authentic, living breath of the natural world, gently articulating itself against the glass, inviting a deep, restorative peace. Imagine the gentle play of shadows and light that accompanies the rain, particularly if there are distant landscape lights or even the faintest glow from the moon filtering through the clouds. These subtle external light sources, when refracted through the moving water on the glass, can create soft, shifting patterns of light on the interior walls or ceiling. These are not bright or distracting, but rather gentle, elusive visual whispers, adding another layer of visual interest to the scene without ever demanding conscious attention. They are ephemeral gifts of light, dancing briefly, then dissolving, only to be recreated by the next cascade of drops, further enhancing the meditative quality of the experience. The silence within the estate, amplified by the sound of the rain, becomes a palpable presence, a deep reservoir of quietude that envelops the observer. It's not an empty silence, but one that is rich with the gentle murmur of the elements, a profound stillness that allows for deep contemplation and introspection. This quietude is a luxury in itself, a precious commodity in a world often overwhelmed by noise and demands. And the rain, rather than breaking this silence, somehow enhances it, providing a soft, consistent backdrop against which the inherent quiet of the space can truly resonate, inviting a deep and undisturbed journey into relaxation. The very concept of a pristine window speaks volumes about the environment. It implies a lack of debris, a constant state of cleanliness that eliminates any visual disruption. This attention to detail extends to the quality of the glass itself, likely perfectly smooth and free of optical distortions, ensuring that the rain's performance is presented with maximum clarity and beauty. Such an environment, meticulously maintained, actively contributes to a sense of calm and order, reducing any subtle anxieties that might arise from imperfection. It's a seamless blend of natural beauty and human cultivation, all working in harmony to create an atmosphere of profound tranquility and comfort. The rhythmic cascade of the raindrops down the window pane, endlessly repeating, can act as a powerful anchor for the wandering mind. When thoughts begin to race or anxieties start to surface, the simple act of focusing on the visual and auditory rhythm of the rain can gently guide the mind back to the present moment, dissolving the grip of intrusive thoughts. It's a form of natural, effortless mindfulness, where the external world provides the perfect focal point for internal calm. The unchanging yet dynamic pattern of the water offers a continuous, gentle reminder to simply observe, to simply be, without judgment or demand. As the night continues its slow, unhurried progression, the rain remains a faithful companion, its soft, unwavering presence a source of profound comfort. The steady drone, the gentle visual dance, all combine to create an enveloping sensory experience that promotes deep rest and mental clarity. This is not a fleeting moment of calm, but a sustained environment designed to foster a continuous state of relaxation. The Pristine Estate window, framing this natural wonder, becomes more than just a barrier. It transforms into a canvas, a stage, and a portal, all at once, inviting a journey into the quiet depths of peace. The world outside may be in motion, but within these walls, time seems to slow, held gently by the rhythmic embrace of the rain. The continuous gentle washing of the window by the rain itself contributes to its pristine nature, a self-cleaning mechanism that keeps the glass unblemished and clear. It's a symbiotic relationship between nature and architecture, where the elements themselves contribute to the maintenance of beauty and order. This subtle observation can add another layer of appreciation to the scene, understanding that the rain isn't just a force of nature, but also a gentle curator of the visual experience. It's a continuous renewal, both for the glass and, by extension, for the mind observing it, washing away the dust and concerns of the day. And as the last vestiges of daylight fade completely, plunging the outside world into deeper shadow, the contrast between the illuminated interior and the dark, rain-swept exterior becomes even more pronounced. The window acts as a boundary of light, with the warm, inviting glow of the estate spilling faintly onto the wet glass, creating a shimmering effect that highlights the rain's journey. This visual interplay of light and shadow, warmth and coolness, presence and absence, adds a subtle drama to the scene, yet one that remains entirely within the realm of calm and tranquility. It's a quiet spectacle, designed not to excite, but to soothe and reassure. The gentle persistence of the rain, in its long, unbroken performance, reminds one of the deep, underlying currents of nature that operate independently of human will or intervention. It's a powerful yet gentle force that continues its work, quietly shaping the world, nourishing the earth, and cleansing the atmosphere. And to witness this from a place of secure comfort, through a pristine window, allows for a profound connection to these elemental rhythms without any of the discomfort or exposure. This connection, experienced in such a gentle and protected way, can be incredibly grounding, helping to restore a sense of balance and perspective in a world that often feels unbalanced. The very air within the estate, filtered and gently circulated, contributes to the overall sense of ease. There's no stuffiness, no oppressive heat, just a consistent, refreshing quality that enhances the feeling of sanctuary. This carefully controlled internal environment is a deliberate choice, ensuring that all sensory inputs contribute to a state of profound comfort, allowing the gentle sound of the rain to be appreciated without any competing discomforts. It's a holistic approach to well-being, where every detail, from the ambient temperature to the cleanliness of the window, works in concert to create a perfect haven for relaxation and rest. And as the endless flow of raindrops continues its mesmerizing descent, the boundaries between the various sensory inputs begin to blur. The sound of the rain becomes intertwined with the visual patterns. The cool suggestion of the outside air blends with the warmth of the interior, and the overall experience becomes a rich, seamless tapestry of calm. This blending of senses into a unified, harmonious whole is a hallmark of truly immersive ambient experiences, allowing the mind to fully surrender to the moment without dissecting or analyzing. It's a gentle, unforced journey into a state of profound peace, guided by the timeless rhythm of rain on a pristine window. The visual clarity of the pristine window, allowing an unhindered view of the rainfall, is not just about what is seen, but also about what is not seen. There are no smudges, no dust, no imperfections to draw the eye or disrupt the hypnotic flow of the water. This lack of visual clutter contributes to a sense of mental calm, as the brain doesn't have to process or filter out extraneous information. It's a pure, unadulterated presentation of the rain, allowing the mind to fully immerse itself in the simple, repetitive beauty of the natural phenomenon without any distractions. This meticulousness in the environment enhances the overall soothing effect. The constant, unwavering sound of the rain, without any sudden changes or jarring interruptions, acts as a powerful auditory anchor. It provides a steady, predictable rhythm that the mind can latch onto, helping to quiet internal chatter and reduce mental restlessness. It's a sound that doesn't demand interpretation or provoke thought. It simply is, a continuous presence that guides the listener into a deeper state of relaxation. The subtle variations within its constancy provide just enough texture to keep it engaging without ever becoming distracting, making it an ideal companion for moments of deep calm, meditation, or the gentle drift into sleep. The interplay of light and shadow created by the rain on the window, especially in the gentle glow of the interior, adds a subtle artistic dimension to the scene. The way the light catches the individual droplets, highlighting their curves and movements, transforms the window into a living canvas. These are not static patterns, but dynamic, ever-evolving compositions that continuously refresh themselves, offering a never-ending source of gentle visual stimulation. This quiet artistry requires no intellectual effort to appreciate. It simply unfolds before the eyes, a gentle reminder of the beauty that can be found in the simplest of natural phenomena, particularly when observed from a place of profound comfort. And as the hours deepen into the heart of the night, the rain remains a faithful sentinel, its continuous presence a soothing balm for the weary soul. The rhythmic tapping, the gentle flow, the soft visual shimmer all converge to create an atmosphere of unparalleled tranquility. This unbroken stream of sensory input, deliberately monotonous and soothing, acts as a gentle guide for the mind, leading it away from the day's demands and into a realm of profound rest and restoration. The Pristine Estate Window, framing this timeless spectacle, stands as a testament to the enduring power of natural beauty to bring peace to the human spirit, especially when embraced from a sanctuary of ultimate comfort. The sheer volume of water cascading down the window, though gentle, suggests an abundance, a generosity from nature that complements the abundance found within the estate. It's a quiet testament to the lavishness of nature's own cycles, reflecting the curated luxury of the human environment. This quiet visual and auditory richness further enhances the feeling of plenitude and ease, reinforcing the idea that this is a space where needs are met and comfort reigns supreme. The rain, therefore, becomes not just a sound or a sight, but a symbol of serene abundance, constantly renewing itself against the clear, unblemished glass. And in the depths of the night, when all other sounds of the world are hushed, the rain on the Pristine Estate window takes on an even greater significance. It becomes the dominant sound, a gentle, all-encompassing presence that fills the space with its rhythmic murmur. This prominence, however, is not intrusive. Instead, it is deeply comforting, acting as a natural white noise that gently masks any other stray sounds that might otherwise disturb the profound quietude. It's a natural sound machine, perfectly calibrated to promote relaxation and sleep, its organic texture far superior to any artificial imitation, guiding the mind into effortless repose. The pristine quality of the window ensures that there are no imperfections to distort the view, no smudges or streaks to break the illusion of perfect clarity. This meticulous upkeep of the environment plays a crucial role in creating a truly undisturbed and aesthetically pleasing experience. It signifies a space where every detail is considered, every element is curated to contribute to a sense of effortless comfort and tranquility. And against this backdrop of visual perfection, the raw, unadulterated beauty of the rain is allowed to unfold, pure and undistracted, providing an unparalleled visual and auditory balm for the senses. The subtle, cool touch that might be felt if one were to place a hand against the pristine glass, while remaining entirely ensconced in the warmth of the room, creates a gentle, reassuring contrast. It's a quiet dialogue between the external coolness of the rain and the internal warmth of the sanctuary, affirming the effectiveness of the barrier. This slight tactile nuance adds another layer of sensory depth to the experience, grounding the observer more fully in the moment, reminding them of their secure and comfortable position relative to the natural world. It's a delicate touch, a gentle confirmation of sheltered well-being. The sheer continuousness of the rain, its unceasing descent, makes it a potent symbol of unending flow and renewal. There are no breaks, no sudden stops, just a steady, relentless outpouring of water, cleansing and nurturing the world. And within this powerful yet gentle rhythm, the mind can find a reflection of its own potential for renewal, for letting go of what no longer serves, and for embracing a fresh, clean perspective. The pristine window, acting as a portal to this natural process, facilitates this internal journey towards calm and clarity, allowing the observer to draw strength and peace from nature's endless cycle. Imagine the countless individual drops, each a tiny sphere of water, beginning their descent from the invisible clouds above, journeying through the cool night air, until they meet the smooth, resistant surface of the glass. Each impact, though soft, contributes to the continuous symphony, a myriad of tiny percussion instruments playing in perfect, unceasing harmony. This intricate detail, while perhaps not consciously processed, adds to the profound richness of the auditory experience, creating a multi-layered soundscape that is both complex and utterly soothing. The pristine window translates this complexity into a single, unified, comforting sound for the sheltered listener. And as the long hours of the night gently unfold, carried on the unwavering current of the rain, a deep sense of timelessness can descend upon the observer. The usual markers of time, the hurried schedules, the ticking clocks, all seem to recede into the background, replaced by the ancient, slow rhythm of the natural world. The rain on the pristine estate window becomes a gateway to this timeless realm, a continuous loop of sensory input that allows the mind to escape the pressures of chronological time and simply exist in an eternal present. It's a profound liberation, a gentle release into a state of pure, undisturbed being. The consistent texture of the rain against the glass, without any sudden changes or harsh elements, makes it an ideal backdrop for deep focus or meditation. The sound acts as a gentle barrier against other potential distractions, creating a kind of acoustic privacy that allows the mind to settle and concentrate. Whether one is seeking to relax, to study, or to simply achieve a state of mental quietude, the unwavering presence of the rain on the window provides a powerful, natural tool. Its organic, soothing repetition encourages a sustained state of calm attention, effortlessly guiding the mind to its desired state of peace. The visual spectacle of the rain flowing down the pristine window, in its continuous, unhurried motion, can have a profound calming effect on the eyes and mind. The soft, diffuse light filtering through the water, the ever-changing patterns of rivulets, the way light dances on the wet surface, all these elements combine to create a visually rich yet utterly undemanding scene. There are no sharp edges, no jarring movements, only a gentle, fluid progression that invites the eyes to soften their focus and the mind to release its tension. It's a visual balm, a continuous stream of subtle beauty that acts as a counterpart to the soothing auditory rhythm. The concept of ambient comfort itself is fully embodied by this scene. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic displays, but about the subtle, pervasive sense of ease and well-being that permeates the environment. The rain on the Pristine Estate window is a perfect example of this, a natural phenomenon typically experienced as a mild inconvenience or a forceful element, transformed into a source of profound comfort and gentle beauty through the deliberate creation of a sheltered, luxurious space. It's the art of curating sensory experiences to promote ultimate relaxation and a deep sense of belonging and security. As the night wanes and the earliest, faintest hints of pre-dawn light begin to filter through the heavy clouds, the rain might subtly change its character. Perhaps it softens even further, becoming an even lighter, almost ethereal whisper against the glass, a gentle denouement to its long, steady performance. Or perhaps it maintains its unwavering rhythm, a steadfast companion greeting the approaching dawn. Whatever the subtle shift, the transition is seamless, part of the continuous, organic flow of the natural world, gently witnessed and absorbed from the perfect vantage point of the pristine estate window, a silent observer in the tranquil unfolding of time. The enduring image of the rain on the pristine window, even after the sound itself has faded into the background of consciousness, leaves a lasting impression of peace and serenity. It's a memory of calm, a visual and auditory blueprint for relaxation that can be recalled and revisited whenever a moment of quiet solace is needed. The scene itself becomes an internal sanctuary, a mental haven accessible at will, providing a continuous source of comfort and tranquility long after the physical experience has ended. It's a testament to the profound and lasting impact of such carefully crafted ambient experiences on the human spirit.